Hello, this is Cruising with Chris, and this is my review on the Superbyke RSP 125. Let's get straight in. Alright, so yeah, that was the some cinematic views of the bike. Obviously, as you can see, it's a sport bike, Superbyke RSP 125cc. I've got some cracks here on my computer. I'm going to show you some of them. So, the engine type is a 4-stroke single-cylinder balance cam air-cooled engine. So basically, if you don't know what that means, other engines can be water-cooled. I'm not too good on engines myself, but the only one I have come across so far is water-cooled. Don't take that. Don't trust that fact, kind of thing. Do your research. This is air-cooled, so it means the engine is cooled by moving along, air hitting it, cools down obviously. Water-cooled is water flushing through the system, not mixing with the oil and stuff, just around the engine side of the casings and that cooling it down. So yeah, 4-stroke single-cylinder balance cam air-cooled engine. So 125cc, obviously. The max power is 8.5 kilowatts. The seat height from the seat obviously to the ground is 800 millimeters, which is obviously, so I guess that's tall, but I mean I'm 6'3", so I can climb, so it doesn't really bother me. But it's 800 millimeters, so if you're short, Anyway, fuel capacity on here it says 12 liters. I don't think it's a 12 litre, mate. Yeah, I think it might mean 1.2. I really shouldn't be using this website, really, should I? Ah, we'll continue anyway. Yeah, I'm assuming it's 1.2. Starting system says on here it's electric. That is true. It is electric, but on the bike as well, you do have a kickstart, which I think is a brilliant idea. So if your battery goes flat, if it was just electric, then you couldn't start. But on here it says a kickstart, which I think is a really good idea, really good. It's quite, I get told a lot, it's quite hard that I have a kickstart on a sport bike, but I think it's a brilliant idea personally. Anyway, moving on, the transmission, it's 5-speed manual clutch, so you've got 5 gears. I didn't really want to mention this, but max speed, I've gone on it, this isn't max speed. Fastest I've probably gone on it is 50, 55, I mean that's 60, I don't know, around that area. But at the end of the day, I'm not the kind of person that speeds around quite a lot. I just like to cruise along, hence the name. Yeah, so the brakes, you got a front and rear disc brake. The valves are located, if you look on the pictures of the bike, Superbyke RSP 125, put it in Google Images, you have a valve on the front right handlebar, that's where you put all your oil in, that's for your front brake, and the rear brake valve is located near the engine on the right side of the bike, I believe. I could be wrong. Anyway, yeah, let's see if we move on from that as well. Front suspension, it's got telescopic forks, and then the rear suspension has got a single shock. That's perfectly normal for sport bikes to have a single shock. It's normally the style. Keep the tail up high, Cruisers normally have 2. Yeah. I got my bike from A1 Motorcycles in Bristol. You have the options of choosing black or blue from there. I chose blue and white. Well, blue and white, yeah. More fluorescent, so you can see me against the trees or something, so there's really no excuse for saying I didn't see you. But yeah, the Superbyke RSP 125 is based off the Honda CBR 125. So the bike is thin like the CBR. This is really good if you live in busy areas like London, Leeds, I don't know, like town centre in there in the middle, kind of. So you can just weave in between the traffic. So that's really, really good. The tyres are thin. I don't know if you've heard this already. The tyres are very thin, and they're not counterbalanced. But I mean, it's a 125cc at the end of the day. You're not going to have thick Harley Davidson tyres on a 125cc, because number one, that'd be overkill. It slow the bike down a lot. But if you drive responsibly, don't go around the corner like a nutter trying to put your knee down, because that's not going to work. If you just stick to the speed limit, keep your head up, go around the corners, you're not going to fall off, because you'll be on the centre tread of the tyre, and that's where most grip is. So don't be put off by that. I have had an accident on my motorcycle, but it was all due down to me. I was new to riding, let's put it that way, and I was going around this corner and then I went round it pretty quick, and there was gravel as well, so I fell off, broke my arm. But now from that experience I've learned like the limits of me and the bike. So now when I see a corner, downshift, keep my head up high, don't try and stay straight, but just you kind of get a feeling with the bike. If you ride, you generally know what I mean with that. You know your limits and the bike's limits, and then you meet the bike's limits as well. So yeah, the footage you've seen so far are both clips on my channel. First one's called Chaos and Magic Roundabout. Second one is me actually on a cruiser. Like I said, I started out my cruiser, Yamaha SR 125. Decent bike, just went wrong quite quickly. But yeah. Oh, another thing to say, the Superbyke RSP 125. I've read reviews on the internet and they've been like 3-star, 2-star, some of them 1-star. I think that's bad, like really, 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 really bad. I mean, it's Chinese, yeah, but if you treat the bike right, it's not going to go wrong. I've almost done 700 miles on it and it is working perfectly fine still. But yeah, there will be proper footage of me speaking as well at the same time whilst riding the bike, so I can give you some more information on that. This is all I can do whilst I'm here in my room on the computer, be talking about the bike to you. So yeah, look forward to that. That should be around after Christmas time. Not sure exactly when, but yeah, should be expecting some presents around the tree to do with further reviews. But yeah, shorten it down. Superbyke RSP 125, Chinese, brilliant bike. Treat it the way you'd like to be treated. It's going to treat you back really, really well. Solid bike. So yeah, that's my review. Superbyke RSP 125. Thanks for watching.